job today. Just talk
Thank
us
you.
through the match. Callie's always been quite a tough opponent. You just talk us through how you played.
Well, for sure, from the beginning, I felt like, I can lead and I didn't make many mistakes at the beginning. So then later on, I just didn't want to let Cara, be able to start, playing her game. And I'm happy that I did that till the end.
Okay, is that the first question? We'll go Greg and then here. Yep.
That's a top 15 player, a Grand Slam finalist, as you know. Does it feel as easy as it looks to us on the outside?
Well, honestly, sometimes matches can be pretty weird. It's enough for like one player not feel perfect and the other feel great. And then suddenly the difference is much bigger than it usually is. We practiced, last week, and we had a pretty similar, level. So it's tennis, like things like that can happen. But for sure, I use my opportunities and I use my chances, and I was pretty focused and composed today. So, well, it's not easy, but well, I can imagine that it looks like it.
Okay, I think. Yep.
On a day when the weather is like this and you've already had to wait, does that give you any more incentive to try and finish it quickly, or do you just have to is it just your regular focus on winning?
Well, usually I would have my regular focus on, but today I felt like everything is going my way. So on last two games, it was a bit slippery already, but I really wanted to finish, so I kind of played more risky, but the shots were still in. So we both didn't run a lot, but it was about the serve and the first shot, I guess. So I'm happy that I could close it for sure, because I knew that this big cloud is coming, and probably if I'm not gonna finish, then I'm gonna wait a bit, but it wasn't that bad. So even if it would be tight at the end, I think I would still have time to do it like in a normal pace.
Well done, and apologies for a serious question, but we all know that you were really wonderful in terms of calling for peace in the situation back home. Now in the past day or so, the Polish government has announced that they'll be doubling their army, that all men will be called up and be eligible for service. And our Secretary of State and Elon Musk have attacked your foreign minister. Are you aware of these developments? If so, can you offer some thoughts? And also, what are your thoughts about those who say that Russia was not the aggressor in that situation?
I didn't hear the last part, but I know what happened on Twitter with our minister. But honestly, like I don't feel I'm in the right spot to comment on politics. It's pretty complicated world that we live in right now, and the tensions for sure are high. I've been vocal about Ukraine, and everybody knows my views, and I've been playing with the ribbon for a long time. At the beginning of the war, and yeah, well, honestly, I don't feel like I'm in a place to comment. Also because I'm not an expert, and I follow, but I don't like really dig deep into this news. So I'm not in a place for sure to. I know that many people are watching my press conferences and reading what I'm saying, so I'm not gonna speak out because I don't know enough details to do that, honestly. But I'm kind of aware of what's going on.
Okay, Anita.
Just a little bit on Ukraine still. For your next match, you're going to play either Marta Kostyuk or Qinwen Zhang. Can you say a few words about those two matchups?
Well, for sure against Kinwan, against both of these players, is gonna be tough. Anybody who's in the quarters of these tournaments deserves to be there. Against Kinwan, I need to learn from our last match and see also how she plays right now, because it's been a while since we played. And against Marta, we played a couple of matches last season. We also practiced together, so I know her game as well. I guess it's a pretty similar, situation. I just need to prepare tactically. Because I played only last season, against both of these players, and that's it.
Okay, Matt, and then Russell. Matt.
Hey, Iga, well done.
Hey, thank you.
You're obviously returning exceptionally well. I think you've only lost like 3 return games. I'm sort of curious, was that something you had been focusing on in the last few months and in the off season? And is there anything about this court you mentioned, the ball bounces up to you. Is that even happening on the serve, where it's giving you an advantage? Do you think?
Well, I wouldn't say we focused much on the return because it's been pretty good, and I've been focusing more on the serve when I was practicing for last months. But yeah, I feel for sure like I'm returning well, and I'm trying to put pressure on my opponents. But I wouldn't say I changed anything or something. So I'm kind of going the same kind of process I always had. And for sure the court is bouncy. Maybe today a little bit less because it's colder and more humid. But yeah, I mean, I think it's an advantage for anybody who spins the ball.
Okay, Russell?
Iga, we're entering that period of the season where you've often been almost unbeatable. Success at Indian Wells is then followed by more success on the clay. Do you feel as if it's all coming together for you and that you're in the sort of form that you would like to be and need to be?
Well, for sure I feel good, and yeah, I feel pretty confident, but it doesn't say that I know what's going to happen in the future. So all of these tournaments are tough, and they are, I would say, even tougher than like 2 or 3 years ago. You can play great players, first rounds, and also a player who's like even outside of top 20 can still win these tournaments. So you always have to be on your toes and like ready for what's coming. And yeah, for sure, the last seasons I've been consistent during this part of the year, but every year is different. So I'm not assuming, and I'm not like taking it for granted. I'm just gonna do my job, and we'll see how it goes.
Okay, we'll do one or two more. Any more? Chris, yeah.
There you go. Well played today.
Thank you.
Mentioning the serve, do you feel like it's where you want it to be now, or still very much a work in progress? What's your take on that?
Well, I mean, it's always work in progress, but yeah, I feel great with it, and I like it. Yeah, I've been feeling pretty confident, so it's good.
Okay, last one, Matt.
Yeah, when I think it was the last tournament where you lost, and you were noticeably very annoyed when you were coming off the court. How long did that take to sort of like refocus, get back together with the team, and sort of get back in a mindset where you did feel confident about your game?
You mean that I was angry that I lost in Dubai, or?
I think it was Yes, I think it was Dubai. Yeah.
Well, everybody is annoyed and angry when they lose. I was expecting a bit better results in terms of which round I lost, in Doha and Dubai. But honestly, yeah, these tournaments have been tougher than for past years. You can even, see going on my Wikipedia, like how did the matches look like, past years and this year, for example. So for sure, it was a different story, and I was, annoyed. But who isn't? I think in tennis, it's important to just let it go and focus on the future, and I've been doing that pretty well. I'm not expecting to like win every tournament. So so after Dubai, yeah, we had also a bit more time to practice, and I also accepted that sometimes with different circumstances, it might be tougher for my game to be at the best. The balls were pretty terrible in Doha, Dubai, and they felt like potatoes. So so I guess I just kind of refocused and practiced here so I can feel a bit better.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.